Welcome to our YouTube channel. In previous episode, we have discussed about the fundamentals of programming language. In today's episode, we are discussing about data types in Python. So this is a main and most important topic in Python programming. So let's see what's the purpose of data types. So in order to allocate the sufficient amount of memory space in main memory of a computer for storing inputs or literals. Suppose an end user gives us an input as 20. In order to store that inputs, we use data types. So in Python programming, we have 14 data types. They are classified into 6 categories. First category, fundamental category data types. So in fundamental category data types, we have int, float, bool, complex. These four are the fundamental category data types. So next category is sequence category data types. In sequence category data types, we have str, bytes, byte array, range. And in next category, list category data types. It is also known as a collection data types or a data structures for Python programming language. List and a tuple. Next category is set category data types. It is also called as collection data types or data structures. So in set category data types, we have set and frozen set. So in next category, we have dict category data types. This is also called as collection data types or data structures. So in dict category data types, we have dict type. The last category is non-type category data types. In this, we have non-type. Like this, we have 14 data types that are classified into 6 categories. So this topic is important in any language you take. So if you consider C language, Java language, or else Python language, if we consider any language, the data types are important in that language. So these are the 14 data types in our Python language and that are classified into 6 categories. So the main important point I have to tell you that all 14 data types are called as class names. So let's start with the fundamental category data type. First one is int. So let's start with int. Int is one of the predefined class and treated as a fundamental data type. Int is a class that is defined by the language developer and it is treated as a fundamental data type. So the purpose of int data type is that to store integral values or whole numbers or integer values without decimal places. So here we have two functions, type of function, idea of function. Print is also one of the function. So here type of function is used to print which type of this value A consists. Like it's an int type, float type. It is going to tell by using type function. So by using idea of function, we can print the memory address of that particular value. A is equals to 90, right? In memory, 90 as stored in which address. In order to print this address, we use id of function. So these are the three important functions in int data type. I entered 90, right? Print of A. A is going to be printed. 90 here we have printed, right? And int type of A is used to print the data type of that value. The data type of a value is int, and here int is an class. C. And the id of is used to print the memory address, right? So memory address of that 90 is 1407 and so on 4. So the memory address is vary from the systems. Like in my system, the memory address is this. In your system, if you execute, the memory address will be changed. But the class and the value is the same. So I'm going to tell 5 important things in programming. So first is literal. So next is object. And third one is class. And next is function. And last is modules. So see, these are the five we have to remember in any time. So literal means what we are giving the input. End user given input is known as a literal, which is stored in EA, right? EA is an object. So class, int is an class. So behind every object we have a class. So class is the first and next object. So next functions. Functions means block of code, right? So these classes and functions which are going to present in the modules, right? What is modules? Modules is a collection of class names and functions and constant values also. Literal, object, class name, function, modules. So like this, if you remember, we can easily understand the concept. So these are the five important points in programming, in Python programming. So let's go further. Next example, A is equals to 8, B is equals to 7, C is equals to A plus B. Print this A comma type of A comma ID of A. Print of B comma type of B comma ID of B. If I take print of ID of C, type of C, so print C. So if we take two variables, if we take two integer variables and try to add in another variable, so this A is a type of int class. So this B is a type of int class. So the addition of A and B comes under same int class. So see, the value is added. 8 plus 7 equals to 15. So by using int, we can store the integer type of values only. So this is all about int data type. So in upcoming videos, we are going to discuss about a decimal number system, binary number system, octal number system, and hexadecimal number system. So that's all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching.